Hello and welcome back to Anyone Can Play Dark Souls 3 Assist on Gaming. I'm your Darwin, and let's start this episode by apologising for the last two. I'm having technical issues of my own creation because I insist on changing some settings in OBS that didn't need to be changed and should make no difference, but ended up breaking the audio capture, so I've had to overdub commentary on top, and that'll either be really good, really bad, or average. So, but it'll be different, and everybody hates change. So I'm hoping this is fixed. If it isn't, you won't even be hearing this. You'll be hearing another overdub. But we're gonna continue on. We're gonna see what this woman has to sell now. Still no Titanite chunks, but that's not surprising. We haven't seen them in game really. Oh, this is the set from the first game of the guy that gives you the Ring of Faith and Protection. If you kill him. That looks quite cool. Did I level up? Or did... Given that there's... I really like that you don't have to level up equipment in this other than your weapons. So that means I can look at something like that and think, that looks dope. I will buy it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my helmet. Oh, cool. Smo. Smo is a character from the first game. From one of the harder bosses in the game, probably. And here we go, Xanthus stuff. No Xanthus crown, which is the main reason you wear the Xanthus stuff, but all the same. It's there. Okay, I need to lower my microphone slightly. I mean, lower it physically, not in terms of levels. Okay, I need to put what's happened behind me. But it was quite annoying, and this is being recorded at 1:30 in the morning. When the game broke, it was probably 11:30 at night, and I went in a fairly long stop in order to cheer myself up. I figured I went and checked, and the audio was messed up, and the game audio is fine, but the voiceover's messed up, so I'm like, okay. I got an Estus shard. I'm gonna have to overdub that, and that kind of calmed me down, that it wasn't insalvageable. Because as you've seen, we did the worst day in the game, and we killed the Lord of Cinder. So, I kind of wanted that footage. Another coal, bloody hell.
Where did you happen upon this coal? This is much too dark. I see the abyss in it. Yet a smith I remain. I won't turn down a request, but your fight is for the flame and for your fellow kin, just like mine. A cursed fate this may be.
So if you notice, the wind is a little bit gone from my sails, that's why. But I will try and refill my sails. Right, let's what's that added? Blood? I should add bleed. Hollowed? Have we had that before? Maybe we didn't have chaos before. I don't know. Nothing we're going to use, so it's not a big deal. So we're going back to the profane capital, and hopefully this episode we should get Yom killed, which means we get to move on to the dancer, which means we get to move up into Lothric Castle, which means we are approaching that's probably into the last third of the game. I recognise the irony in me saying that, having never completed the game, but that's about where I believe it's at. Is this? Okay, so this is just the way, so there is stuff to do around here other than progress. Which I'm going to do now. There's more of those gargoyles to fight. There's items. I think there's a poison swamp with weird hands living in it. You'll understand. They're very strange. There's things that look like the Dark Lurkers from Dark Souls 2. I think it's not an area I particularly enjoy, but it's not terrible. So it's infinitely better than the last place. The thing is, I don't know what I said in the last episode because I haven't said it yet. Even though I said it, but it was basically lost because the voice was all distorted and messed up. So I don't want to spend this episode criticizing the Earthhill Dungeon when I'm probably going to spend the last episode criticizing the Earthhill Dungeon, but maybe I'll be self-aware to just spend the entire time criticizing my own play. I don't remember how to get to most of these things. This shield is mostly just for show. I feel quite out of breath. I don't know why. I was just wrestling with the dog, but that was like 10 minutes ago, so you think my recovery rate would be at least able to cope with wrestling with the dog, but apparently not. Or maybe because it's 1:30 in the morning, I'm still awake, and my sleep schedule is absolutely shredded. I'm not a particularly functioning human. Could be that. I don't know. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. So, this lizard is bait to get it to fall down a hole. That hole, which is full of horrible, gribbly nasties. I think... I was gonna say, I thought there was an ambush there, that even if you... Ugh, these things. And that's where the weird hand is. But let's not go that way yet. Let's make sure I've got everything this way before I have to deal with the weird... hand butts. Did you say hand butts? Yes, I did say hand butt, and you will come to understand why in the very near future. Why am I so tired? You just said it's 1:30 in the morning. I did say that, but like, shut up. It's fine, and my throat's doing that weird gurgling thing again. That's horrible. Okay, so that means that this does toxic damage. Because they've given me a separate item to cure it. What is going on with my throat? I did just have quite a large bit of bread topped only with, it's not something bad, just with butter and salt. But it was delicious. Do you know what, I always run from these things. And I shouldn't, because they're pretty weak. Toxic is the killer. I mean, look at the way my health is just actually, it's not that bad. But, you know, toxic is one worse than poison. Nice try. Come on. Get nice and coated in the absolute squalid filth. And we'll heal through it. I don't see any point in using the purging, the blooming purple moss until I'm out of it, because I'm just going to get, you know, you saw how quickly... Okay, try using a heavy attack, you idiot. Like, one light attack doesn't quite kill them. Yeah. Okay, one heavy attack. Perfection. Calm yourself, love. Yeah, I've never been in here, because I've always just avoided these things. That's how rubbish my previous build was. That this was, like, overwhelming to me. I'm like, oh, I can't go in there. So the enemies we're about to fight, the hands with butts and stumpy little legs, they were really hard to kill before. So I'm hoping they're just going to be, like, easy mode now. Curse Bite Ring. Yep, I never got that before. And there's two ways in. There's the ladder up, and there's the main door. My suspicion will be that the main door won't open from this side. We'll have to go up to the top and fight our way down, because there's an NPC up there. Well, it's just an enemy. It's not an NPC, but it's a much harder enemy that's, like, humanoid. Again, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to use this. There we go. The weird butted hands. So many things I don't like about this. And just look at it. I also didn't know you could visceral attack it. But apparently I did damage to it just at the right moment? Maybe, I mean, I did the damage because of the thorns gear that I'm wearing. Oh, balls. I misjudged. But maybe that's really useful, because if you do damage just at the right point in an attack, you can stagger things and get what I'm going to continue to call a visceral attack, but I should really call it a riposte. Oh. So this is the season of getting eaten by and grabbed by horrible, gribbly nasties. Don't, you fat bitch. You double fat bitch. Oh, you brought your friend as well now, great. Oh my goodness. I wish the thorns did him damage while he's trying to eat me. I mean, maybe it does, but it'll do like such a pathetically small amount that it doesn't... Oh! That's unavoidable with these slow dodges, it looks like. I don't even have to kill them, but I've always ran from this fight. Don't you... What? So yeah, if you damage them when they're trying to grab you, you just get an automatic riposte. So roll at them, it would appear. They're full of shit. No part of that surprises me. There's one more. How many souls did they give me? Is there only one more? Alright, let's try this parry thing. Well, that doesn't matter anyway. Eleonora. Not worth it. Especially as there's a fairly difficult NPC at the top of this. If I remember correctly. An NPC, you know what I mean? An NPC enemy. Which usually just be an enemy. But I guess all enemies are non-player characters. Maybe they don't have characters, so they don't get called such. But in any case, that should be my last time in the slime, assuming I stay alive. There's another one of those big hands up here, I'm fairly sure. Magic. And up on top of here is the problem. Oh. Yeah, this is a lot less bad than I remember it being. Whoever recommended that Illithil straight sword to me needs to be shot. Again, maybe it's great and I don't know how to play it, but at the same time, that's another mimic. This place is just ludicrous, like filthy with mimics. As it stands, I can't survive a bite from a mimic. You used to have trouble hitting me, mimic. You prick. That's gonna kill me. This place, man. The wind was not in my sails, and then this all happened. But I can maybe run across there without taking toxic damage. And, you know, I would assume those big hands don't respawn. I've been burnt before, but I would assume that they don't. I hate mandatory damage. Oh, there's a ladder. Well, maybe that's an up ladder rather than a down ladder. Because there's an item up there, I remember. Well, those horrible, like, women corpses with a million legs have respawned. You can hear them skittering in the background. Well, there goes my last chance of happiness. What an idiot. As I was running through there, I was like, why didn't I come this way before? This seems so simple. And then I fell through the floor. And we understood why. So there's still a hand, but we know there's one. I mean, we never killed this one, so this one's definitely supposed to be here. Yeah, that's Ring of Thorns. Not Ring of Thorns, Arm of Thorns. One of my new favourite items, actually. Because that is dope. It's the easiest parry I've ever seen. Still collecting those dung pies. Excuse me, I've got a very strange problem. I now have two very strange problems. The first of... Hopefully I remember to edit this out. Which often means I will not remember to edit this out. The first problem was my hydroponics kit kicked on. Oh, I could have died. So my room was filled with blinding light directly into my eyes because it's sitting just behind my monitor. And then, reaching around to turn that light off, I knocked over my bottle of water, which I will now be keeping closed, and they tipped on top of my speakers. So, all in all, that was a fairly successful few seconds. Right, don't get grabbed by this guy. Or kicked by him. Shh, too close. Because I was being too greedy. As always. Caught sorcerer staff. I have literally no use for that. I'm not saying it is useless, but I seem to remember it being useless. More rubbish. Lovely. Did we try giving that to the crows? This has got to be there. Surely there's a hidden... somewhere? I suspect if I had online turned on, there would be a hooray for pointless. Toxic is such a good mechanic. I'm really glad it's in the game, and I think it in no way just makes areas like this tedious and no fun. Yep. That is a genuine statement. That takes me back into the dungeon. My brain just got really sad. I didn't understand why. Like, what's wrong, brain? It's like, oh, you'll see. I'm like, I think I remember. Where does this take me? I don't think I've ever done that before. Whoa. Are you kidding me? How can it... Okay. Shut up. Aetherfield Dungeon, you are literally just the worst. I got a homeward bone. I'm going to equip a homeward bone. Just because I'm sick of flipping to it. And I've said before, you can hold down on the D-pad and that will take you straight back to your Estus, so you don't really make it more difficult to heal. Great. Oh. Oh yeah, you get ambushed by these guys. Not today. Apparently today. It's just the worst. I hope I said it all yesterday, but it's just the absolute worst thing about this game. Having some freshly opened juice to compose myself. And that bit sucks, because there's nothing you can do about that. That is just a straight up dick move ambush. Like, ambushes are fine, like if the enemy is there lurking and you can spot them. But we're going straight back there. So you'll see, they are not just sat there lurking. They are fully invisible. Or behind a secret wall. Which, now I know about it, I probably should try attacking. So we go this way. And then this way. And then this way. Probably don't need that level of stupid petty commentary. But you've got to say something. I mean, that's what stupid people say. You know. Smart people have something to say, stupid people have to say something. That's an elitist statement, I get that, but I think there is truth to it. I think smart people, well, I think people that are comfortable with their intelligence, that doesn't exclude stupid people. But, you know, people that don't feel the need to prove anything, don't feel the need to say anything, whereas people that are insecure about their intelligence have to, like, oh, I've got to say something in case I sound stupid. It's kind of self-defeating. So, yeah. You're just invisible dickheads. That's fun. Thanks for that, Dark Souls. I think something similar happens when I pick this up. I cannot remember where they spawn from. I trusted that not. Oh well. Ooh. Oh. Keys. I was out of the dungeon. Why am I back in the dungeon? So now we have rats. Plus a Stompy Boy. This is what shields are made for. For fighting fairly weak enemies, it shouldn't be a problem. Profane Flame. Large Shard. Fairly sure that just lets you fall to your death. So I'm not gonna... Yeah, it doesn't look like a hole I can survive falling down. I don't trust. This has got... What is it with this place and mimics? Do you know what? Let's fight it with my shield out. I can block some of these kicks. Good use of shield there. And again. Do you have the mental capacity of a particularly slow spaniel? If not, prove it. Are you kidding me? What has happened to me? I swear there was a point where I was a fairly capable Dark Souls player, and now I'm just this trash human. That might be the least worth it mimic I've ever killed. And I'm fairly confident of that. I mean, maybe maybe there's, well, a speedrunner would never come this way, unless it's a, no, even a 100% speedrunner wouldn't come this way. I don't trust any corner of this map. Anymore. Do you know what? I'm just done. I'm just done with this place. I can come back. I probably won't, but I could. But I probably won't. So I'm just gonna explore this bit, and then we're gonna go and kill Yorm. Well, we're not gonna get to Yorm this episode. Do Yorm next episode. I hate that place and everyone in it. I just don't understand the game design decisions that were made there. And I'm sure, you know, if this video got seen by 1 million people, there would be probably tens of them in their comments defending that area as one of the best in the game. But that to me is madness. I don't even know how you can like that area, let alone love it. It's level design's alright, I suppose, but invisible nonsense, clumsy jumps, nah. I mean, this area is barely an area, it's tiny. And that ball of fire is going to start shooting at me. Because that is a profane flame. What does that mean? Good question. I don't really know. But you know who does. Vati Vidya, link in the video description, as always. Because he is a top tier YouTuber. Again, I'm not just being a baby. There's no point in fighting this thing. Except for when he jumps in front of you. And ruins your life. I don't believe you can get in. So we've got a lot of these things. And I think these are the same creatures as the jailers. But they're slightly less awful. Right, is that the same gargoyle? Has he got a small amount of health? I can use health. I don't need... What was I gonna say? I don't need a lot of health for this giant fight, because it's kind of it's a silly joke fight. Should I just do it? Should I just try and do it at the end of this video? It would make the thumbnail easier. Okay, so what I'm doing here is gonna seem pretty weird. But you have to trust me. I have no need for any of that stuff. This is why this fight is frustrating, because this is one of the coolest looking bosses in the game. We went past him. Like this. And we charge this up as best we can. And then we... how do we fire it? Do we weapon art? I don't remember how to fire the weapon. How do I fire the weapon? Oh, there we go. And then you start the whole thing again. Now he's going to go into this phase. You just hit him again. Was not a smart person there. Oof. So, I mean, like, this is a Lord of Cinder we're dealing with right now. Ow. Ow. Certainly hits like a Lord of Cinder, but... And again, the question is why... if you're questioning the design decision that led to this, there was a boss in Demon's Soul that worked exactly the same as this. It was a big giant moth thing in the sky. And you needed a Stormcore to fight it. You might think, well, this Stormcore... Oh. Sugar. So I'm being teleported to the dancer fight, which I'm not pleased with. So I'm probably going to homeward bone out of that. Because I don't have a weapon equipped. And you kind of need a weapon to fight the dancer. Back-to-back bosses. And also, I'm not fighting the dancer in this episode, because that's going on the thumbnail of the next episode. Wait. So when I try and leave here, that they'll... So she does fire and dark. But I think the main hand is fire. For a shield I'm basically not going to use.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a law.
So I think I can just walk out of here without... Because I put that basin up there. And I think that's what makes... Yeah, sweet. I'm going to go back to the shrine. I'm going to spend my souls. I'm going to use... Freddy, could you just bugger off? Bloody dog, man. He's so unsettled tonight. 2 seconds. Another thing to edit out. You think at 2 in the morning you'd get peace, wouldn't you? But no. Dogs have needs. Okay, hopefully I remember to edit out all this crap. I'm not saying I... Well, I'll make a note of it. Because the first 2 episodes are getting edited so heavily that it's probably... That's meant to be good. That's a pretty good shield. How heavy is it? 6... I can't see the weight. Weight, 20. Too heavy. I've already got a good shield I'm looking forward to. So his soul can get consumed. And I can put his ashes on... I think this is his throne. Oh, go on the back. What? It's the biggest. Oh, for the King Lothric. Who's...
And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded.
Who's this guy?
Then these red eyes are for
Oh.
use them to pillage embers and brief what else are unkindled.
Okay. Oh, this one is bigger. Fair enough. Whip that out of my pocket. No bother. And let's just crack all our souls. And prepare... I mean... I keep doing this. I'm like, oh, this next fight's going to be a toughie. And then it's not. So... We'll see how the dancer goes. She moves... I think it's a she. Moves very strangely. So that makes it a slightly more confusing fight and quite hard to read. Gotta do it. Get to 40. Too good not to. Okay, so we're going to end the episode there. If you liked the episode, hit that like button, leave a comment down below saying what you liked about it. If you didn't like the episode, hit that dislike button, leave a comment down below saying what you didn't like about it. I mean, you content every single day, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. To Install My Gaming, I'm your Storm, and I'll see you tomorrow.